Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Yesterday notes not uploaded. I think I have uploaded, boss. Yeah, you can create multiple publishers, not uploaded. Yesterday's notes. Give me 1 minute, I'll upload everything. Natras. Yes, boss. Here is what? 7 a.m. microservices application. Here is my microservice application. Is that Kafka, Apache Kafka, file upload, class content, come on guys. Spring, class content, Spring 616. Kafka, yesterday's date is 19. Yesterday's date is 19. So that is done, guys. Let's come to today's discussion. Spring Boot WebFlex. Recent new module, guys. Spring Boot WebFlex, which is nothing but Spring Boot reactive program. Spring Boot reactive program. Try to understand this carefully. It's all about thread and utilizing the CPU time effectively, boss. It's all about thread and utilizing the CPU time effectively. Clear, boss? Understanding my statement? Web application is developed using MVC in Spring Boot. Using MVC in Spring Boot. Every request is a thread internally, array in servlet concept, that may communicate with the DB until it gets data from DB. Nothing but data from DB. It is in blocking mode. That means it is definitely in blocking mode or not. Definitely it is in blocking mode or not. I want reply, boss. Here, this thread cannot be assigned to another request until it gives the response. So thread got blocked until database interaction is completed. Yeah, that is the problem part. That is actual problem part, guys. That is actual problem part. Now we have to think about solution part also. Reactive programming makes our application resource. Reactive programming makes our application resource. Are you getting my point? Our application resource utilization instead of keeping thread in idle mode. Okay, guys. Sumit MC, if database interaction, other communications are not required, don't go for reactive program. Got it? Worst fellow. I'm taking one ideal case, guys. Instead of keeping threads in idle mode, they utilized properly. That means the same thread will be utilized for another request. The same thread will be utilized for another request. In reactive programming makes our application resource utilization. Instead of keeping threads in idle mode, they are utilized properly. They will be utilized properly, right, boss? It is implemented using event loop, guys. That indicates when thread wants to make DB call, it provide SQL query. It will provide SQL query to event loop and becomes free. So thread handovers the SQL query to event loop and becomes free. Now, DB call made to database and in parallel, thread can process another request. In parallel, thread can process another request. Right now, boss? Here, event loop is taking the responsibility of interacting with the database or external resources. So that same thread can be used for another request processing or not. Once DB processing is done, received response, then either same thread or another thread allocated for the response. Sometime even it has to wait if all threads are busy. Here also waiting is there if all threads are busy. If no threads are busy, same thread or different thread will be given for response generation. Okay, traditional web application problem. It is the problem part. That's the main point, boss. Reactive programming main point is that client is giving request, boss. Super. For one request, one thread is assigned, one worker thread is assigned. One worker thread is assigned, right? Tell me, boss. This worker thread is taking 2 minutes time to interact with the database, 1 minute time to bring the results back. Till that 2 plus 1, 3 minutes, it will be in silent mode or not? 3 plus 2 plus 1, total 3 minutes, it will be in silent mode or not? So the thread is sitting idle. Thread is wasting the resources. What do you say, guys? Thread is sitting idle. Thread is wasting the resources. What do you say, my dear? Agree with me? Two minutes, 1 minute. Now let's see reactive web application. Reactive web application. This is nothing but solution, boss. Nothing but solution, right? Tell me. Here we have given request to one, right? One worker thread is created. What has come into picture? What has come into picture? Here, what server is there? Netty server is there, right? Event loop came into picture. Once it is assigned to event loop, guys, this worker thread has become free. Okay, that's why same thread is assigned to process request to. Same thread is assigned to process request to. Once interaction with the database is over, response is generated. One more thread came into picture to deliver response back to client. To deliver the response back to client. Is it not interesting, Babu? Okay. This is A, boss. A1. This is A1. Worker thread A2, right? Worker thread A2. One thread is assigned, boss. It is assigned to database. It is assigned to DB loop. A3. A3. Now worker thread becomes free. A5. A4. Worker thread becomes free. Yes, na boss? And request to generated. Request to generated A5. And request through also gets the same worker thread, na boss? Are you understanding my statement? This Netty server is like our Tomcat server who has got support for this reactive programming. Who got support for reactive programming? Tell me, parallelly, what event loop will do, guys? Parallelly, event loop will talk with the database software. A4 parallel. It interacts with the database software A5 parallel. It gets the result from database A6 parallel. Are you understanding my statement, guys? A6 parallel. Once the response is ready, one more worker thread will be assigned A7 parallel. Okay, this response goes to browser A8 parallel. Nothing is blocked, boss. Everything is discussed in this line, boss. It is implemented using event loop that indicates when thread wants to make DB call, it will provide SQL query to event loop and becomes free. Now DB call made to database in parallel, thread can process another request, right? Look at this. Look at this. A5, here A5 parallelly happening. Here A5 busy for request 2. A6 busy for request 2. But here A6, A4, A5 busy for what? Processing request 1 related response. Request 1 related to database interaction. Request 1 related database interaction. What do you say, guys? It's really busy related to request 1 related database interaction. Okay. Once response is ready, boss, it will be given to another worker thread. That worker thread will give the response back to browser. Understanding my statement, boss? At server side, to implement application, we should use Spring Web Flex. Spring 5.x onwards, this has come, boss. Here React, this is a different model. Regular WebMVC not enough. We need separate module called Spring Web Flex, right? At the database side, we should use Spring Boot React to database. As of now, NoSQL DB only supported. MongoDB is React to DB. MongoDB is React to DB. Right now, boss? Yeah, stop using Spring MVC. If you want this kind of culture, you have to start depending upon what? WebFlex module, right? Spring Boot WebFlex. Yeah. Instead of Spring MVC, Spring REST applications, Spring Reactive is recommended in future. Slowly picking up, guys. Reactive programming is picking up. Even React JS is also given for the same thing. Are you understanding what? React JS is also given. By default, there will be pool of worker threads, boss. By default, there will be pool of worker threads. As needed, they will be created more and more. React JS is also given based on reactive programming. Based on reactive programming, right, boss? Instead of Spring MVC, Spring REST application, Spring Reactive is recommended in future. This is added as one feature plan as HTTP project reactor.io. project reactor.io. For reactive programming, Spring uses Netty server. Latest version is what? Latest version Servlet 3.16. Netty server latest version of Servlet 3.1x. That means compatible Servlet version is what? Servlet 3.n. But latest Servlet version also 5.x was. Okay, final conclusion is what? To develop this web application, regular MVC Spring REST is not required. We should use WebFlux. Which server? Netty server. And the database also not regular database. We should use reactive database. So for reactive programming, all special softwares are required, guys. Spring REST, response entity as the return type. Spring reactive, mono, single object. Flex, multiple object as return type. New terminologies are coming. I hope you are understanding. If you have already seen somewhere, please remember this is for all these are related to this. Now for single object, flex for multiple objects as return type. Spring reactive or in Spring Boot reactive also same thing. In Spring Boot reactive also same thing was. Spring Boot reactive also same. Other annotations are similar. REST controller, get mapping, and etc. are similar. REST template is client code for making HTTP calls to REST controller. But this time, what we have to use? Web client to make HTTP calls as a client application. Lots of people asking me, what is web client? What is web client? That day I cleared. In normal application, REST template was. In normal application, REST template. Here, web client. Here is my web client. Here is my web client. Right, boss? But this time, web client to make HTTP calls as client application to our reactive programming. Now, what about the dependencies, guys? Reactive program. Use the dependencies, guys. Spring Reactive Web, WebFlex, Spring Reactive MongoDB, LambaDB. As of now, MongoDB data, NoSQL database softwares are reactive databases. Regular Oracle, MySQL, somehow they are not given as reactive databases. Right now, boss, we cannot use them. I'm going to develop Spring WebFlex application in a REST model. Spring REST application using reactive programming. Okay. Spring WebFlex based. Okay. Spring REST application. Spring REST provider application. What application? Provider application. Provider application. Okay, these are the list of dependencies, guys. We have to create these kind of dependencies. I'll create in front of you, but I'll try to copy paste the code, guys, because we have become such a senior people. I don't want to write the code line by line. So I create thing, but I copy phrase from the previous process, right? Now tell me here what is there. Spring starter project, guys. Reactive pros 01. I hope you understood the basic thing, guys. reactive pros 1, provider application, REST provider application. What guys? REST provider application. What is there? Web flux dependency, reactive web, not normal web, reactive web guys. Latest only I have taken. Next one, reactive MongoDB. Please be very careful. Okay, reactive web, Spring Data, reactive MongoDB. Reactive MongoDB, right? Spring Data, reactive MongoDB. Regular Lambda API for getter setter method. Don't expect reactive MongoDB, guys. Sorry, don't expect reactive. What is that? Lambak. Lambak is regular purpose. It's nowhere related to reactive. It's nowhere related to reactive program. Mhm. Here is my Java resources from that. Yeah, then we have to develop one model class, guys. Shall we develop one model class? New package, com.nt.model, new package, com.nt.control, new package, com.nt.repository, new package, com.nt. Come on, guys. Service. Let's not waste the time, guys. Let's not waste the time. This is which is I developed for last batch. Let's copy and paste the resources. That's it. Nothing else. Let's copy and paste the resources, boss. Here is my model class. Copy this, paste. We are ready with the model class now. Reactive underscore employee is the document which I want to create. Okay, one to avoid the confusion, I will take that. Clear, boss? Anything great here? Regular document, MongoDB document. First of all, when you decided to contact with MongoDB, we should fill application.properties having connection information. We should have application.properties having connection information. SRC main resources, application.properties, copy this, paste it. Let's go for this, but we are habituated to 4041. We'll take that one. What is our logical database name, guys? Localhost 2707 NTSP BMS 616 DB. Are we ready with that? I think we are ready with that. In MongoDB, are we ready with that, guys? If not there, it will be created. What is there in that? If not there, it will be created, boss. Say connect, guys. Say connect. Say connect. 716 DB is there. What is the logical database we got? 716 DB. Okay. Shall we create or it will be created dynamically? Array, no need of netty server, right? It will come as an embedded server. Come on. Don't be stupid. You are in Spring Boot, right? Database, guys. Tell me what is there. NTSP BMS 616 DB. Say okay. NTSP BMS 616 DB. NTSP BMS 616. Here is my local host 27017 NTSP BMS 616 DB, right? Yeah, listen. Repository, guys. Reactive Mongo repository. It's a new repository, boss. It's a new repository. It's not regular repository. Reactive Mongo repository we have to take, right, boss? Reactive Mongo repository we have to take. Ready? Super. Employee comma integer. According to this, I have taken integer. If you want to take, you can take string. If you want, you can take string. You want string to be taken? You want to take string to be taken? Take string. If you take integer, select operation becomes easier about that. If you take integer, our single record selection becomes easy. That's the reason I have taken. Everyone got it? Anything you can take it, not a problem. Now, service class and service interface and employee implementation class, right, boss? Same best. I employee management service, boss. I employee management service. Observe this. Save employee. Save employee. Single value means mono. Multiple means flex. Whatever I saved, I want to get single, mono, find employee, flex employee, get one employee, mono employee, remove employee. I don't want to return anything. Getting my point? Single means mono, multiple means flex. Mono, single employee, remove employee. I'm trying to cover all the code operations, plus nothing else. Trying to cover all the code operations, nothing else. Here is my employee management service. Sir, it is a WebFlex API. We have to take according to API. New API is given. You can take collection, but here new API is given. We have to respect that API, right? Tell me. Repository interface is injected, regular service class. Yeah, thread.sleep I will use later. This is to prove practically I have taken it. You will see that. First, let's enjoy the basic program. Return repo dot save emp. Listen. Switch if empty. Switch if empty. If it is not saved, mono dot empty. Return empty object. Return empty object. Otherwise, you return what original return type of the saved method. Nothing but employee object will be returned. Employee object will be returned, right, boss? Array, this original save method return type is also mono employee, boss. Next, find all employees. Find employees. Return repo dot find all. Switch if empty, flux dot empty. Otherwise, it returns what, guys? Flux employee objects. Flux employee object, right? Come on. If empty, then return. Switch if empty, flux dot empty. If no records are coming, then only return empty flux object. Public mono employee, get one employee, integer ID. Return repo dot find by ID. Find by ID returns what? Mono employee. Switch if empty, mono dot empty. Switch if empty, mono dot empty. Clear, my dear? Mono dot find by ID, switch if empty, mono dot empty. Clear, my dear? Yeah, why I have taken threaded dot sleep, I will tell later. Public mono employee, get employee. Tell me. Public mono void, remove employee by ID. Report dot delete by ID, this one. Mono void, that means I don't want written anything, boss. I don't want written anything. Report dot delete by ID. Sir, why are you forced to take this return type? Array, we are extending from which one? React to Mongo repository. Open the source code of this. Open the source code of this. Look at the methods. What are the original return types? Mono yes. Insert flux yes. Insert flux yes. Find all flux yes. I think now you understood. If you want also, you cannot avoid. If you also, we cannot avoid. The repository is given having those things. The repository is given having those things, right? See all the methods. It is the class implementing this repository, reactive Mongo repository. Methods are there now, boss. Here return types are what? TTT, all this stuff, right? Reactive code repository. All the methods are there here. Reactive Mongo repository interface. Everything is there now, boss. So that's the reason we are forced to take all these return types and other stuff. That's the reason we are forced to take all these return types and other stuff. Everyone getting my point? Yes, boss. We are ready with the service. Now let's go for controller. How to get hierarchy structure? Murali Krishna. F4, boss. F4 is the shortcut key, na? Forgot? Now let's develop one controller, my dear. com.nt.controller. Employee operations controller. Here is my employee operations controller. Paste. Employee operations controller, right? Here is my employee management service. Here is my employee management service. Remaining all things are regular stuff now, boss. Controller, global path, injection of service, post mapping, save one employee, request body, employee. Okay, I'm printing hash code for a particular reason. I will tell that later. Service dot save employee mono. That's why return type is also mono is taken. Return mono. Clear, boss? Anything great? Earlier we used to take response entity. This time mono. Public flex employee get all employees. I'm printing the thread name, guys. Service dot find all employees. Just nothing is, boss. /1 ID. Path variable integer ID. Service dot get an employee. This is my mono object return mono. Remove /ID. Thread name we are printing, boss. Service dot remove employee ID. Sir, why are you printing thread name every time? To give that feeling, Rababu. To give that feeling. When application, one thread is blocked doing background operations, if one thread is doing background operation, are you understanding my statement, guys? One /ID, remove /ID, got it? Everyone clear on this point, guys? REST provider APP. Boot reactive project 01 REST provider APP, boss. Okay. Anything great, guys, except mono and flex? Remaining all are normal now, boss? Yes. Sir, do I need to? Sir, Shivashankar, I think you joined lately, huh? Mono represents single value. Flex represents multiple values. I think you joined lately. You read this document, you will get it. In Spring REST, response entity as the return type. In Spring Reactive or Spring Boot Reactive. Mono for single object, flex for multiple object. Keep that in mind and you will get everything else. Keep that in mind, you will get everything else. Save employee is going to return single information. Maybe object, maybe single information. Okay. Now, definitely, reactive programming performance is always good compared to normal web application. That's why we are coming with reactive program, right? But still, compatible softwares are not that much ready, boss. Slowly picking up. It takes time to become normal part of the life. Takes time, but idea has come and idea implementation is going. As of now, it is doing concept. As a concept, it is there. But all serious application will become reactive. Future will tell. Future will tell. But our Spring Boot is ready for reactive programming also. So you need not to depend upon React.js. We can happily enjoy what? In Spring Boot only we can bring the effect of reactive program. Right, boss? In Spring Boot itself, we can bring the effect of reactive program. Yes. Let's run the application, boss. Run on server. Okay, no, listen. Don't tempt, boss. Netty server will come when you run this application as a standalone application. Is that clear? Try to run this application as a I think I have done one small mistake. Okay. Reactive boss, I think. Run as a Java application. Let me server as comma, not comma. Let me check. Tomcat server started. Tomcat server started. I think this is going to be problematic. This start is going to be problematic, it seems. Controller class, all this stuff, postman screen, all these are ready, ra babu. Okay, let's see. Uh, let's see. And as a Java application, but there also local host. What's the port number? 50, whatever it is, 5051 slash employee slash ala slash employee slash. Yeah, it's a small game with port numbers. Don't worry about it. Whatever the port number you take, that port number you have to use. Five zero five one. Remove 102. Save. 5051. Here is my 8080. 5051. 5051. Right, boss? Right. Now let's see. Let's run this. Let's open the postman screen. Let's open the postman screen, guys. Date in next time. Okay, update in next time. Where is my postman? Where is my postman, guys? Yeah, here is my postman. Yes, guys. New collection. React to WebFlux. React to WebFlux. Done. In this React to WebFlux, add request. Add request. Request one. I want to send post mode request, guys. HTTP localhost. What's the port number? What's the port number, guys? 5051 slash localhost 5051. Tell me next one. What is our application? Employee. Tell me. Say. Employee save. Tell me post. Body raw JSON. Body raw JSON, guys. Body raw JSON. I think I have taken 4041 or 5051. 4041 or 5. We are habituated to 404. Whatever it is. 4041 JSON. In this JSON, what is the model class content, boss? What is model class content? ID, employee name, EMP department, salary. Open the floor bracket. EMP ID 1001. EMP name Raja. This is the next one, guys. EMP department, EMP 7. EMP DEPT. What is that? Sales department. EMP SAL. Okay, EMP SAL. What is there? 90,000. 90,000. Only ID. It is not EMP ID. Check it out. It is only ID. Yeah? Only ID. Was right. Super. Click on send. Yeah, listen, guys. Listen. We are not returning any string message. We are returning as it is. Saved object as it is. Mono employee is the return type. Check it out. Mono employee is the return type in the controller class. Mono employee is the return type, right? If not saved, empty object I ask you to return. But right now, mono employee. Check it out here, guys. Check it out whether record is inserted or not. Not this. 616 dB. Refresh. No refresh option. Refresh. React to employee 1. Okay. So we are going to get the information now, boss. So we are able to insert the record. What do you say, guys? We are able to insert the record. 1000 to Mr. Raz. Here is my. Tell me. Here is my development department. 1,90,000. Click on send. Click on send. Tell me here. Will give us 2 records now, boss. That is request 1. Tell me next one. /1 /1001. Click on send. /1. You have to give get mode request. /1 /1001. Yeah, we are requesting for the record. They are coming now, boss. 1000. Okay, here what is there? /all. /all. 2 records are there. We are getting both the records. Super. /remove /1001. /remove /1001. Right? It is not 1000. It's not remove. It's not /remove. I think I have to give delete mode request. It seems. Delete mode request. Yeah, it is not returning anything but you will see the record is deleted. But you will see record is deleted here. Yeah, we are getting only 1 record. Sir, see, application is okay, output is okay, I am happy, you are happy. But I have to give that feel now, boss. I need to give that feel. If one request is busy talking to database, event loop should come into picture.